Okay, you guys have been asking a lot about my workouts on compounded Tirzepatide. So today I am spilling all the tea and telling you exactly what's been going on and what I plan to do about it. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Pamela, and I am on a weight loss journey using lifestyle modification and a little help from some compounded Tirzepatide. So I just did my 6-month recap, and thank you guys so much for all the engagement on that. There were so many questions that I received, but the main one was around my workout routine. And we're going to get into that today. So let's go over my results for the last couple of weeks. And just to recap, when I started my journey in November of 2024, I was 196.9 pounds. I am 5'2", just for reference, and I am a 54-year-old postmenopausal female. At the end of week 26, if you watched that video, I was 157.8 pounds. If you haven't watched that video, I will link that up in the cards for you. That is my 6-month recap, which takes you from the beginning of my journey each week into week 26, which was 6 full months on compounded Tirzepatide. I didn't do a week 27 video because I had some issues going on here at the house, and that kind of delayed my 6-month video from getting out. So we kind of skipped week 27. So I'm going to give you that today and then also give you week 28. At the end of week 27, I weighed in at 159.2 pounds. So that was actually an increase of 1.4 pounds from the week before, and brought my total loss down to 37.7 pounds. And again, I had a lot going on week 27. I had a lot of stress and just a lot that I was dealing with, and probably was not making the best food choices. And also, stress makes it a little bit harder to lose weight. And it was just a lot. So I'm not surprised that there was a gain that week. But when I weighed in today, which is the end of week 28, I was 156.8 pounds. So that is a loss of 2.4 pounds from last week and brings my total loss to 40.1 pounds. So I'm so ecstatic I finally crossed the 40-pound mark. My goal is not necessarily a number on the scale. My goal is more of what my body composition looks like. So before we get into talking about my workouts, I'm going to grab an element packet because this kind of ties into a little bit of what's been going on with me. And for those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that I have a low potassium. Element is great for that, by the way. This is not a sponsored video. Hey, Element, reach out to me. I would gladly take a sponsorship from Element because this stuff is not cheap. And I drink it regularly because not only do I take a blood pressure medication, I also take a diuretic, which can also lead to low potassium levels. And I am on a potassium supplement, but let me shake this up real quick. All right. And guys, I am doing the mango chili flavor. This stuff is amazing. It's got a little bit of a spice to it. Kind of tastes like a mangonada. It's delicious. This is my favorite flavor. So, full transparency, because that's what my channel is about, right? I don't have a super strict workout regimen. I don't have a set plan of get up every morning, work out before I go to work, or work out in the evening when I get home, or even work out 3 times a week, 4 times a week, whatever, going to the gym. The only thing that I have that is set in my workout schedule is every Saturday going to Pilates. So, what I have been doing is incorporating movement in a way that fits my lifestyle and my energy levels, which, having a low potassium can really drain you and make you feel fatigued. So, I do go on walks with my friend, which I love to do that because that not only gives me the movement, but it also gives me a time to socialize with her. I also have my treadmill that I've used on and off throughout my journey. And I have my hand weights that I keep by my desk. So at work, when on breaks, I can pick them up and use them and get in a little bit of strength training. And then I was so excited to get my exercise bike for Mother's Day. So that is one other thing that I have recently added to my regimen. However, a lot of times I just don't have the energy to do any workouts. Taking a walk is one thing, and even possibly getting on the treadmill, but not really putting in a lot of work, getting that speed up, or even finding the energy to pick up my weights has been a struggle for me. And I'm just going to be honest, I have not been working out as much as I know that I should. So I already know a lot of you are probably thinking, Pamela, no, you need to move more. You need to exercise. You need to strength train. Trust me, I know. But that has been one of my biggest struggles throughout this journey. And I guess I really haven't mentioned it just because I know how bad it looks. But I want to be transparent, and there could be others out there who are dealing with the same thing. Taking a GLP-1, sometimes you can feel tired. Sometimes you can be drained, exhausted, weak, just unmotivated. And that is how I've been most days. There are times where I wake up and I'm feeling good, and it's great. And I can go and I do my Pilates, or I'll go do my walk, or I'll pick up my weights and get a little strength training in, or get on my treadmill or my bike or whatever. But then there's other days where I am struggling to get off the couch. And everybody knows how important it is to strength train and move your muscles when you're on a GLP-1, because the weight loss can be so rapid at times. You don't want to lose muscle. You want to preserve as much muscle as possible. And I know that I can beat someone else over the head. I can beat myself over the head with that. But if you're drained and you just really do not have the energy, it's really hard to get up and do that. So, the first thing that I'm going to be doing is I need to go and get some blood work done to check my potassium levels and see where we're at. Because even though I've added in this supplement, I'm not sure that it's really helping enough. And I just kind of need to talk to my doctor about where I'm at, and do I need to possibly get on a prescription potassium supplement, because the over the counter potassium supplements, which is what she told me to take, they are limited to 99 milligrams, and that just may not be enough. So I'm going to be doing that this week. So I will be going and getting my blood levels checked to see if my potassium is still too low, or if that's doing any better, if there's any other contributing factors that could be leading to my fatigue. Because I'm tracking my food and I know how much I'm eating. I know I'm getting in a good amount of protein, and I feel like everything is okay. I've been monitoring my blood pressure. My blood pressure is okay. And so I feel like either I'm just lazy, which it could be, or there's something else going on that may need to be looked into. So we're going to look into that. All of your questions have really been a great motivator for me, because they really got me to thinking. And what I did is I asked Gemini, which, if you don't know, Gemini is like ChatGPT, but Google based. So I asked Gemini to come up with a workout plan, starting off with just once or twice a week. The workouts that Gemini came up with, first workout is going to be the strength training, and it has me alternating between upper body and lower body and core. The other time will either be my Pilates on Saturday or another workout throughout the week, some type of either cardio or aerobic type exercise. So my plan is to do that for a few weeks, and once I get into the routine of that, I can see about adding more days in. This week I will be starting on Tuesday doing my strength training. I will do some videos of my workouts going forward, or I might incorporate it into my weekly video and just put this is what I did this week, so that you guys can see that I am serious about this. I do struggle with the consistency. That's not a secret. I will let you guys know if I missed my workout, I missed it. So maybe y'all can help keep me accountable on that. But we'll see how this is going to go. And if you have any suggestions, or if you struggle with being consistent with your workout routine, let me know down in the comments. What do you do to keep yourself motivated or to maintain that consistency? Any tips or tricks that you've implemented that I can maybe implement to help keep me more consistent? Let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to like this video or dislike it if you didn't like it. But hopefully you did if you're still here at this point. And if you are still here, then go ahead and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit that notification bell so you can follow me along on this journey and we can help hold each other accountable. So I will see you guys back here next week with my next video. Until then, stay blessed.